The Galactic Council convened in the crystal spires of Serapis Prime, a planet known for its floating palaces and zero-gravity chambers. Representatives from over 50 civilizations had gathered to discuss interstellar trade, security treaties, and territorial disputes. Among them was Lieutenant Jace Rowan, an Earth soldier whose reputation for valor in the Outer Rim campaigns preceded him. He had been invited to testify as a military advisor, yet when he approached the council chambers, he encountered a protocol he had never anticipated. No seat was reserved for a human soldier. The attendants, a mix of winged Dracarys, crystalline Trellans, and telepathic Auverii, gazed curiously at him. A protocol officer, her translucent skin rippling with iridescent patterns, addressed him. "Sir, your designation does not include seating privileges. Only full council members are assigned seats." Jace's brow furrowed. "I was instructed to advise on security protocols. I'm a representative of the Earth Defense Command. My input is critical for today's discussion." The officer shook her head. "Orders are clear. Non-council personnel must stand. Any exceptions require unanimous approval." Whispers rippled through the chamber. Other human delegates had not encountered this exclusion before. Even Ambassador Kale, representing Earth in diplomatic affairs, looked uncomfortable but said nothing. Jace's jaw tightened, and he scanned the assembly. These were beings who judged by protocol and hierarchy, yet the very expertise he carried was deemed secondary. He took a deep breath and stepped to the side, standing near the edge of the chamber, his posture straight and disciplined. The council began deliberations, discussing fleet deployments, alien smuggling rings, and disputed planetary claims. Despite being ignored officially, Jace's mind was fully engaged, analyzing the discussion, noting vulnerabilities, and cross-referencing past combat reports. Hours passed, and the council seemed to drift into routine debate. Then came the announcement, a sudden alert from the defense grid of Serapis Prime. Unknown warships had slipped past orbital scanners and were approaching at high velocity. Sensors indicated energy signatures resembling the feared Xylarian mercenaries, a group notorious for raiding unprotected colonies. Panic rippled subtly through the council, though most representatives maintained decorum. Ambassador Kale whispered urgently to Jace, "They're going to need your expertise." Jace nodded. Despite his position as an unseated advisor, he knew every protocol, every countermeasure, and every contingency for attacks like this. The council scrambled, debating diplomatic implications while the warships closed in. Communications relayed encrypted codes, yet the council hesitated, uncertain how to respond. Finally, Jace stepped forward, his voice calm but authoritative. "If I may," he said, "I recommend immediate deployment of defensive turrets along the upper orbital girdle. We can create a trivector interception grid and disable the warships before they breach the city perimeter." The council members blinked in surprise. Some whispered to each other. The crystalline Traylon elder clicked and resonated. He stands where he is not permitted, yet his suggestion aligns with the planetary defense matrix. Jace moved to a hollow console, his fingers flying over controls that connected to Serapis Prime's orbital defenses. "We don't have time for debate," he said. "If we wait for approval, the city will be compromised. Trust me, I've handled engagements like this in harsher conditions." The warships began their attack run, energy cannons charging. Jace's commands synchronized the orbital turrets, creating a lattice of defense fire. Plasma beams intersected the incoming ships, disabling propulsion and weapon systems in rapid succession. Explosions erupted in the upper atmosphere, visible through the transparent domes of the council chamber. The council watched in stunned silence. Within minutes, what could have been catastrophic devastation was neutralized entirely. The warships drifted disabled, orbiting harmlessly as Jace calibrated safety overrides. Not a single civilian was harmed. Then the truth came to light. Sensors aboard the warships revealed they were not mercenaries at all, but advanced drones designed to test Council readiness. Their neural interface signatures had been traced directly to a classified simulation created by the Council of Elders to identify weaknesses in defensive protocols. Only a true combat expert could have countered them in real time. The room erupted. Representatives murmured, then turned to Jace with astonished expressions. "You've neutralized a full-scale war simulation," said the Drakari commander, his wings vibrating in disbelief. Without a single council sanction, Jace remained composed, acted on protocol knowledge and experience. The mission required immediate action. Delays would have been fatal. Ambassador Kale stepped forward, visibly relieved. "The Council should have known better than to underestimate a human soldier," she said. Lieutenant Rowan's actions just prevented the failure of centuries of planning. The Council elders, previously critical of human inclusion, finally nodded in recognition. The Traylon elders' crystalline form shimmered brightly. "We misjudged your species," it admitted. "Your tactical aptitude surpasses expectation. Let it be recorded. Earth soldiers merit Council acknowledgement and immediate seating privileges during security deliberations." Jace, still standing where he had been refused a seat, allowed himself a brief smile. The chamber had learned a valuable lesson. Titles and protocols mattered less than ability, courage, and decisiveness. A human soldier, underestimated and dismissed, had proven that expertise and judgment could not be constrained by hierarchy or tradition. From that day forward, humans were no longer merely observers or delegates. They were recognized as integral participants in interstellar strategy. Lieutenant Jace Rowan's actions became a case study in military academies across the galaxy, celebrated not just for technical precision but for the courage to act when others hesitated. And though the chamber would never forget the moment he was first refused a seat, it also could not forget the shocking truth that followed. The human soldier who stood at the edge of the hall had single-handedly saved the Council, and in doing so, redefined humanity's role among the stars.